my top 5 smartphone devices in early 2025. Now, I say early because this year is not even halfway over, and this is subject to change because, of course, there's going to be more devices that I'm going to pick up before year's end. But just early 2025, these are my 5 favorite smartphone devices. Now, I do have some honorable mentions. I have 5 honorable mentions. First one, the Vivo X Note. Love this device. Came out, I forget what year at the moment because I'm kind of doing this over the top of my head. But 7-inch Quad HD plus display with 120 hertz refresh rate. This is the biggest device that I have. It's super tall. It's wide. Huge canvas. If you want to watch videos on this, you'll really enjoy it. The speakers get adequately loud. The performance is excellent. Nice and smooth. I mean, smooth. I mean, when you going in and out of apps, it's just buttery smooth. Love it. So silky smooth ever, you want to use. But I love this device. I really do. I just wish the speakers just was a little more full and a little louder. That's just a little louder. That's it. But everything else this thing has. Now I'm due for a software update, as you can see at the bottom. So I'll figure that out. Check that out after I do this video. But the Vivo X Note, man, this is a beast. Okay. This is a beast of a device. 2-day battery life. The cameras are excellent. I mean, the cameras on here are top tier. I like these cameras on here better than I do on my Samsung devices. Vivo makes some excellent cameras. I'm telling y'all, for those of you that have never tried a Vivo device, you really should. Like if you're looking for like that top tier quality, camera quality, you're going to get it on the Vivo. No doubt about it. Okay. But I love this device. This is one of my honorable mentions, the Vivo X Note. Button and also button placement is excellent. The power button is easily reachable. I mean, as big and as tall as this device is, there's no stretching, and I have short fingers. There's no stretching with the power button. It's right where it should be. Easily accessible. Love this device. Next honorable mention, the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Now, I know this is an older device, which it is, but this device has everything, literally. Okay? You're getting everything with this device. First of all, you're getting always on display, face unlock, ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, a Quad HD display. You're getting a headphone jack. You're getting expandable storage. You're getting IP68 water and dust resistance, which is you're also getting water and dust resistance on the Vivo IP68. Forgot to mention that. Quad HD display, dual stereo speakers, wireless charging. Okay, reverse wireless charging. Also, you're getting reverse wireless charging and 50-watt wireless charging on the Vivo, which I forgot to mention too, because I'm doing this off the top of my head, you guys. And you're getting 2 cameras on the front. One is wider than the other, but they're like in a pill shape in the corner here. You're getting the full package. My biggest issue with this phone is that the power button is up so doggone high. 3 cameras on the back, wide telephoto, ultra wide. Look, let me tell you, this phone has everything. Literally everything. Everything you need. The speakers are really good. The performance is really good, even though it's an older phone. I like this device because this is when flagship devices used to give you everything. And I'm talking the things that really matter, like a headphone jack and expandable storage. Those things matter. Now, the battery charging speeds, not that fast, but that's okay. Okay. Battery life is still really good. You can get into the next day with this device, depending on how you use it. But I love the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Really nice phone. Next honorable mention, the Sony Xperia 1 Mark IV. Really like this. I really love the build quality of this device. Only my biggest issue with this device is that I don't know why Sony decided to make this device so narrow. I mean, it's super narrow, but you do get always on display. No face unlock, which was very disappointing, especially for this being a flagship. No in-display fingerprint sensor. You do get the side-mounted one, but it's super accurate, super fast. No problem with that. But man, my favorite thing of this device is the 4K display. 4K display, and it doesn't really hurt the battery. Okay, you're getting a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. I could easily get into the next day with no problem. Easily. Okay. Super bright display, dual stereo speakers that sound really, really good. Wireless charging, reverse wireless charging. You're getting an LED notification sensor. You're getting a headphone jack. Like this is like everything that you're supposed to get in a flagship. IP68 water and dust resistance. You're getting the full package. Good cameras. Now this phone is more like a content creators type of phone, like the cameras, because you could like adjust everything. I'm like literally, I'm just a point and shoot guy. But if you really want to delve deep into the cameras, man, there's like 3 camera apps on this phone. 3 camera apps. So it's a lot of tweaking you can do with the camera to have your photos be perfect every single time. But this is a great device. I love it. It has like pretty much everything except face unlock, and it lacks a little bit of customization, but it's still a great device and I love it. The Sony Xperia 1 Mark IV. Next honorable mention, the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. Still love this device. Still a beast of a device. 5,000 milliamp hour battery, 2 days of battery life. Of course, you got the secondary display, which you can see the time, date, day, battery percentage. Also, you can control your media. You get all your notifications back here. Also, you can shoot video 4K with these cameras on the back. Also, you can also answer and reject phone calls, get text messages. Everything you can do on this front display as far as notifications, you get with this secondary display. Okay, that this is like one of my favorite parts of this device. But when it comes to the display, of course, you're getting an always on display. You're getting an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, which works very well. You're getting a beautiful quad HD display. I think it went back. This is normally not the setup I have. I usually use HD wallpapers. In case y'all was wondering, I'll show it to you again if you're interested in this app. All right. Oh, I forgot to show you. But that's what it looks like right there. See, HD wallpapers? That's what it looks like. So if you're interested in this app, I got it set for the interval for 1 minute. Okay. Let me show you again. This is what it's going to look like. But this is the way the app looks like right here. That's what I use on all my phones because I like for my wallpapers to change every minute. I want to see something different every time I open my phone. That's me. I know a lot of people don't do that. You know, people use pictures of their dog, pictures of their loved ones, pictures of themselves. You know, everybody's different. But me, I just want to see something different because I get bored really, really quickly if I keep opening up my phone seeing the same thing all the time. I get super bored. But this phone is also a beast. It's super fast, super smooth. I mean, I just love this device, honestly. It has 120 hertz refresh rate. The cameras on the back of this device are excellent. I mean, excellent. Even the front camera is excellent. The video footage is ridiculous. Super clear, sharp, smooth. The cameras on this device are awesome. This device can definitely hang with any device in 2025 easily. Okay, it has ceramic back. The build quality is second to none. It is a fingerprint magnet and it could be slippery. That's why I have this case on. As long as I got a case on here, I'm good to go. The button placement is excellent. No reaching, right where it should be. It does have an IR blaster on the front. Has dual stereo speakers that are just mind blowing. I mean, seriously, they sound that good. So you IP68 water dust resistance. You're getting pretty much everything. The face unlock is excellent on here. Unlike my Samsung devices, which cannot do this, they can't do this behind the camera. They can't do it. Okay. So when it comes to biometrics are excellent as well. Phone is customizable, got a lot of things you can tweak and change. I just love it. Now, this is the Chinese ROM that I have, which I don't mind. I think they still have a global version of this you can get probably off of eBay. And of course, this phone is going to be a lot cheaper now than what it was when it first came out. Because I know when it first came out, I believe it was over. I think it was at least either $1,100 or $1,200. It was expensive. Okay, but the Mi 11 Ultra, love this device as well. That's another honorable mention. And my last honorable mention is going to surprise a lot of you. You're going to be shocked. Okay, I'm even shocked at myself, but this is how impressed I am with this phone. Honestly, I'm just keeping it real. I always aim to keep it 100 with every one of you because, you know, you all matter. And I'm not up here trying to lie. This is based on my experience. The Motorola G Power. Yes, a budget phone is coming in on my honorable mentions. I'm just saying, y'all, look, this phone is impressive. I'm serious. I'm not lying. The cameras on this phone are pretty good. I mean, more impressive than I ever thought they would be. I love this leatherish type of back, nice grip. You honestly don't need a case with this phone if you don't want to. That's how good it feels. You're going to get really nice grip. The sides are completely flat, easy to hold. It's comfortable. You got face unlock. Now you don't have an in-display fingerprint, so you got a side-mounted fingerprint sensor, but it works well. The only downfall for this phone to me is that it's a LCD display as opposed to AMOLED display, and it doesn't have an always-on display. But other than that, it has expandable storage. It has a headphone jack. Yes, it has a headphone jack with expandable storage. It has wireless charging, y'all. It's a budget phone with wireless charging. This phone is only $300. Okay. This phone also has IP6869 water and dust resistance. I'm talking about a budget phone, y'all. This device pretty much has everything except an AMOLED display and an always-on display. Other than that, it has everything else. It has great speakers. It has great battery life. It has great performance. The Motorola G Power. This is a beast. I'll be doing my full review on this device later today. I'm telling y'all, I like this device. Go get this device. If you're somebody that don't want to spend a lot of money, you want something that has the latest, Android software, and it's going to get, now this doesn't get a really long support. I think Motorola only supporting this phone for like a couple of years, but I'm just saying this phone is a beast. I'm trying to tell y'all, the Moto G Power ain't no joke. So that's my last honorable mention. So when it comes down to honorable mentions, you have the Vivo X Note, the S10 Plus, the Xperia 1 Mark IV, the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, and the Motorola G Power. So let's get into my top 5 smartphone devices of 2025. All right, now let's get to my top 5 smartphone devices in early 2025. Coming in at number 5, the Moto Razr Plus 2025. Man, I'm loving this device. I'll be doing my full review on this later today. Love this always on display. It is nice and bright. I love how bright and vivid it is. The fact, look at this. The whole thing is a display. Like, that's my favorite part, honestly. I mean, for as far as the external display, you're getting a full display on here. You got your side mounted fingerprint sensor on the side, which is easier to do. before you decide to open up the device. If you hit that, you just open it up, and of course, you're welcomed to this beautiful 6.9-inch QHD display. Okay? QHD display. This phone gets crazy bright, it's vivid, it's sharp. The display is so beautiful. You're getting 165 hertz refresh rate on the external and the inner. Okay, y'all? Performance on this device has been excellent. The battery life has been great. The speakers are great. The cameras are really good. Man, this is by far my favorite flip phone, period. I like this device way better than the Samsung Flip. And I had the Flip 5. Now, I haven't had the Flip 6, but I've had the Flip 5, and I'm definitely more impressed with this than I am with Samsung's. Way more impressed. So this is number 5, the Moto Razr Plus 2024. Sorry, y'all. All right, coming in at number 4. Now, this is going to surprise some people. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now, you may say, whoa, why is it coming in at 4? The biggest reason why this is coming in at 4 is because of the battery life. Excuse me, the battery life. The battery life on this phone is just not that great, y'all. I mean, I could barely get through a day. I'm telling you. I usually have to charge this device midday. And that shouldn't be happening with an Ultra device. And it has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. But I struggle to get through a full day with this device, honestly. I love this device mainly because of the software. The software, Samsung makes the best Android software in the market, in my opinion. And based on my experience, I like it. Now, I've used Color OS. I've used, OnePluses, Vivo, Xiaomi. I've used a lot of different OSs. But Samsung, to me, makes the most customizable software on the market. I mean, they just know how to do it when it comes to software. But for some reason, when it comes to battery life, they just don't know what to do. They need to talk to people like Xiaomi, people like OnePlus. If this is going to be called an Ultra device, you should be able to get 2 days of battery life. I'm seriously. 2 days of battery life. There's no excuse. I should not be struggling to get through a full day. I get better battery life on this Motorola flip phone than I do on this. Now, I know that this is not as big of I know that device is not as big as this device. I understand that. But still, come on, y'all. I mean, that Moto G Power gets better battery life than this. And you may say, oh, well, that's got an LCD display. This is the AMOLED. I have my Vivo X Note is a 7-inch Quad HD display, and I get 2 days. Okay, so there's no excuse. And that's not even an Ultra phone. But because of the software, it's still going to be way up there. My Tesco is going to, because it's the phone that my SIM card never comes out of. This is my main SIM never comes out of this device because of the software. That is it. I do love Samsung devices. The cameras on here are great. Performance is great. Speakers are great. There's a lot of greatness about this phone, but the battery life really hurts this device in my eye. That's why it slipped down to number 4. All right. Coming in at number 3, the Google Pixel 8 Pro. First of all, I love the design. I love the build, the way this feels so silky smooth. I love the way it feels in my hand. I don't like the button placement, but you can adjust to that. But the display, this display is crazy bright. I loved it. It's so vivid and vibrant. It's beautiful. You got secure face unlock. Look, my Samsung device can't do this. This face unlock is awesome. Now, the downfall of this face unlock is that, if you're not in ideal lighting conditions, this thing is not going to open, and it definitely won't open in pure darkness. It just won't. But it's with adequate lighting, it's excellent. No issues whatsoever. and it's secure on top of that. So when I go to my banking app and I hit the button and I already got this looking at me, it opens right up to my banking app, and I love that. Trust me, if it wasn't secure, it would not. My bank would not even allow this to be used. But I love having secure Face Unlock. I know some people out there say I don't care if it's secure. I just want it to work in all lighting conditions, and I absolutely agree with you. It should work in all lighting conditions and still be secure. So Google, y'all got some work to do. Y'all got to do better. Make it secure, but it should be able to work in any lighting conditions. But this phone is a super beast. Like I said, awesome display, awesome build quality, awesome design to me. You do get your always on display, but the speakers on here are insane. They get crazy loud, but they got nice fullness of sound. The performance on this device is great. I'm not using the Pixel launcher because I hate it, but I'm using Nova launcher, and it hasn't been a problem whatsoever. It's still nice and smooth. No issues whatsoever. Nice and smooth with the 120 hertz refresh rate. Nice and smooth. No issues with that. Performance has been great on this device. Like I said, no issues with this device whatsoever. Has a flat display for those of you that like flat displays. I don't care. I can use a curve or flat. It don't matter to me. But I'm loving this device. Camera now, the photos with the still photos haven't been consistent. Like I said on another one of my videos, I'm going to take another round of photos with this and see if they been improved through software updates. See if they're better, because the 6 Pro gets better stills in my opinion. But the video on here is definitely better than that of the 6 Pro. But as far as everything else concerned on this device, you got all those AI things built in here, with the Google services. My favorite, two favorite things on here is the, what you call that? The speech to text, and also the call assistant, where you don't have to answer the call. You can have Google answer it for you, or call screening. That's what it's called, call screening. Love the call screening and love the speech to text, because you can just speak your text and then say send, and it sends it without you having to push the button. All the devices should have that, but Google so far is the only company phone that can do that. But the Google Pixel 8 Pro is my third favorite device. I absolutely love this device. Like I said, my biggest issue, I just hate that button placement. And it needs to be, a lot more customizable. Just a little bit more, but Google, come on. All right. Coming in at number 2. Now, this should be no surprise to anybody that watch my channel on a regular basis. Let me turn this over because it's going to just keep sliding. The Vivo X Fold 3. Oh my goodness, this is a beast. Now, I don't know if y'all was paying attention. For those of you that been subscribed to my channel for a while, something is missing from these phones, even especially with my honorable mentions. If you notice, I did not mention the Z Fold 4. Now, I still have that device, but that device cannot make my honorable mentions or my top 5. Why? The battery life. The battery life is just lacking, and the front display is just too narrow. Okay, I still love the device. I still use it. Okay, but that cover display and the battery life just ain't cutting it for me. Like I said, it's something about Samsung and battery life. They just don't go hand in hand, man. I don't know what it is, but with this device, oh my goodness, these cameras, every time I show photos with this phone on people at my job or people at my church or family members, they are blown away by how gorgeous these photos are. And they admit that their iPhones don't have nowhere near the photo and video quality that this phone has. I mean, maybe the video quality, because, Apple's, I think they have the best photo quality out there in the market right now. But when it comes to just photos, Apple can't touch this device. Can't touch it at all. I'm telling you right now. Man, these photos will blow. Look at my full review on this device. Go straight to the photo video section of it and watch it, and you see for yourself. Cover display, I love this cover display. Love this cover display. Okay. If you can see how wide it is now, I had this thing off. Well, no, I hadn't used it in a minute, so I had to get the screen to, boot itself back up. But look how much wider this cover display is. This is a 6.5-inch cover display. Okay. I don't have to open this phone up to use it. It has almost the ratio of a regular candy bar style phone. And this phone gets mad bright, always on display. I get my notifications in their own color. Now, of course, or you can see one right there. See, that's the actual icon for that notification. HD wallpapers. I get all my notifications now on the always on display. It wasn't like that a few months ago. Before, you only got just maybe 2 or 3, but now you can get all of them. So Vivo fixed that with a software update they did recently. So I love the fact that now I can get my notifications on the always on display, but in their own color. Everything is colored, unlike Samsung where everything is small and white. Look at that. See more of them coming up. The actual icon, you can see Facebook. You can see my my YouTube studio and HD wallpapers. I love that. That's the way this is the way it's supposed to be. Now, I think the only two that does this now, as far as I know, is Vivo and Oppo. And also, what's that? Vivo, Oppo, Vivo and Oppo because of Color OS. I think those are the only two where you can literally get your icons in their own color and just the way they actually look. Like, this is the way it's supposed to be. Xiaomi used to do that. I don't know if they do that anymore. They may still, but I don't have nothing new from Xiaomi recently. But the cover display is beautiful. I love it. It's big. And of course, when you open it up to this 8.1-inch display, this display is huge. It's huge. Especially when you're watching content on here. Crazy, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Thing is super bright. Is super buttery smooth. I mean, I get 2 days of battery life, and I'm talking, I don't baby this phone. Most of the time, I'm using the inner display, and I'm still getting 2 days battery life without sweating. Okay? Hot, 100% brightness, QHD display, 120 hertz, always on display. And I'm getting 2 days, and I've been getting 2 days consistently. Okay? Charges under an hour. Yes, under an hour. Okay? Because I'm getting 80 watt wired charging. Love this phone. I know it's the only foldable on this table, but still, it's still a phone. Just like this flip phone is a phone, it's just a flip. But man, my second favorite phone by far is the Vivo X Fold 3. And coming in at number one, and anybody that knows my channel, been watching me for a while, you already know what's number one. The OnePlus 12. My favorite design phone by far. As far as design, my favorite. Looks like a watch on the back of an expensive watch. Love the way this phone looks. I love the build quality. I love the way it feels in my hand, the thickness, the weight, the always on display. The fingerprint sensor is on point. The face unlock is on point, even behind the camera. And in complete darkness, no problem. Quad HD display, 120 hertz refresh rate. Gets very, very bright. Excellent speakers. Excellent battery life. 2 days of battery life on this device. 100 watt wired charging, 50 watt wireless charging, 10 watt reverse wireless charging. Beast. Straight beast. Super smooth. I mean, buttery smooth, super fast. I mean, look, y'all just look, if you never had a OnePlus device, you just don't understand. I'm telling you, you get a OnePlus 12 device, you and say you're a Samsung Knight, right? And I'm telling you, the only thing that keeps a lot of people with Samsung is the software. Now, there's nothing wrong with the software on the OnePlus 12. Nothing. Now, it's just not as customizable as Samsung. And of course, it don't have Samsung Dex, which is not a big deal because I don't even use Samsung Dex. I like that it's on there if I decide to use it, but that's not a big deal. I don't even think about Samsung Dex, honestly. So if it wasn't for I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for Samsung and their software, this would be my main used device. The S23 Ultra would go away. This would be my main device, period. Because 2 days of battery life, not even thinking about it, and can use this phone however I want and not have to worry about, oh man, I don't know if I'll make it through the day. I may have to charge this. Or say if I'm out and I can't come home or something happens and I find myself in a situation where I don't have no way to charge my phone, I don't have to freak out because I know I'm getting 2 days. As opposed to my S23 Ultra, where I can barely get through a day. Barely. If that. Sometimes I can't. I got to charge it in the middle of the day. I go to work, say I leave my house at 4:30, I get back home around 11, and I'm at sometime between 40%, 46%, and 30% battery life. That's crazy. And that's only after 9 hours. And and I'm serious, barely any screen on time. Maybe a little over an hour screen on time. That's it. And that's ridiculous. That's unacceptable. But the OnePlus 12, oh my goodness, I love this device. If anybody out there has the OnePlus 12, trust me, you don't need the OnePlus 13. Okay? The Snapdragon 80 lead, no. Look, 2 days of battery life on here. This has a 5,400 milliamp hour battery that has a 6,000 milliamp battery, and they said it gets 2 days. So if this is getting 2 days and has a small battery, why do you need to get a 6,000 milliamp battery that's going to give you 2 days? Like, it's the same device, except some minor change. It's the same device. So the OnePlus 12 is my favorite device, number one device. I don't think anything that's coming out is going to beat this. Not in my opinion, not based on my experience in using these devices. And I got a lot of great devices, but this is by far the number one device. And the only one that comes close to taking over is, I say, the Vivo Fold. That's it. Nothing else. So thank you guys for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. I hope everybody out there is staying safe and staying well. These are my top 5 smartphones of early 2025. The Moto Razr Plus 2024, the S23 Ultra, the OnePlus 8 Pro, the Vivo X Fold 3, and the OnePlus 12. All right. Hope you guys stay safe, staying well, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.